See, yes, He is our Savior, our hope and guiding light, and He grants us understanding. Yes, He teaches us the light. He will come to our rescue when we give His praises due. So come, let us extol Him. Come on, just me and you. Open up your vision. Open up the law, and remember just who you are. You're an Israelite, and you'll always be here. Remember the covenant, that's passed down from year to year. You're an Israelite, and you'll always be here. Remember the covenant, that's passed down from year to year. Open up your vision. Open up your vision. Open up your vision. Open up your vision. Open up the Lord, and remember you're an Israelite. Remember the
All right. Excuse me. All right, we're back. My name is Yamsuf Arif, and this is the Real Talk for Real People Study Show, where we study the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaqub and his people, and certainly keep a perspective on our enemies, and try to study the do's and don'ts in our whatever as far as the Most High is concerned. As you know, if you don't know, on every first Friday, we call for a universal prayer and fasting, beginning this sundown today, ending tomorrow at sundown. I know some of you may be surprised, in this Western culture, that you think we would ask for you to march around the Capitol, your local, state, international capital. No, we're not asking you to do that. Some of you would think we would ask you to put on placards saying that you are a man and a woman. No, we're not asking you to do that. Some of you may think that we may ask you to say that your lives matter. We know that they matter. They just don't matter to your enemies. Some of you may think that we may ask you to vote the next 2 years or the next 4-year cycle. No, we're not asking you to do that. What we're asking you to do is what works for us, what has worked for us, and will continue to work for us. A moment of reflection, a moment of acknowledgement, a moment of humility turning to the Most High and asking and seeking solutions from Him rather than your enemies, or simply getting them to acknowledge that your lives matter. Oh, yes, I suspect that they know your lives matter, but it doesn't matter to them. And for some of you who have been socially engineered and conditioned, it doesn't matter to you also. That's why you're so quick to mistreat, abuse, and dominate, name call, belittle, insult, and sometimes kill, and then write a rap song about it. See, we need the Most High in every aspect and a component of our lives. That is the reason why we're asking you for a moment of prayer and fasting for our national interests. Praise Yah. But as you know, in these studies, Sister Nasanya, the administrator of the show, Naisha, administrator, she keeps things in formation. Brother Cartier, my friend, fellow elder on the council, helps to present these studies for your attention. And the evidence speaks for itself. We need these studies. It's just that, no, they're not a religious study. They are a study about a peculiar people, a chosen people by the Most High, who is their creator. All of our creator, truth be told. But pick this particular group of people, not by anything, by virtue of anything. They're any special than anyone else. It's just the Most High fell in love with them. And thus we all fall back in love with the Most High, truth be told. And so be that as it may, this is the Real Talk for Real People Study Show. I will introduce Nasanya first. Well, before we do that, every Friday, we call for a moment of prayer to the Most High. And since this moment is poignant, or should be poignant to us because it's a day of fasting, I would ask each of you to stand up, hum your head, raise your hands, not to seek a vote, not to wear a placard, not to say that your lives matter. Show your lives matter by tapping into the energy that you need, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So turn to the east, shall we, Eastern people. Okay. Everybody turn. Everybody's got their hand up. Let us humble ourselves before the Most High. Lord of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, bless and praise your holy name. We seek your solutions. We seek your assistance. We seek your guidance. We seek your wisdom and understanding. We seek humility from you. We seek to learn how to love you, Most High, with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength. And our brothers and sisters, as we should love ourselves. Bless and praise your holy name, Yah. You are the creator of the whole universe. We humbly submit ourselves to you. Forgive our ancient ones. Forgive our contemporary ones. And show us the right way. Direct and order our steps. Let us look to the hill from whence cometh our help, not from a voting apparatus, not from a placard that we wear that our lives matter, not from a so-called group called the Black Lives Matter, but from you, and you only, Yah. Bless and praise your holy name. Hallelujah. So without further ado, I will introduce Nasanya. Then I will ask Brother Cartier and make his introductions. Nasanya, your mic is hot. May the Most High bless you.
Thank you, Yom Suf. Shalom, shalom, family. All praises. Glad to be back.
Praise Yah. Thank you, Nasanya. Brother Cartier, your mic is hot, brother.
Shalom, shalom, family. Bless Yah, my soul, and all that's within me. Bless his holy name. Giving all honor, praise, and glory to the Holy One of Yisrael, the Elohim of our fathers, the Elohim of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yisrael. Take an opportunity to thank him for another cycle in life, a weekly cycle, the monthly cycle, the yearly cycles. Thanking him for life, health, and strength, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and the vision of who we are and what he intends for us as a people. Thanking him that he's always been with me and my family. Thanking him for the nation of Israel and all who are part of that. Thanking him for Yam Sufari and Sister Nasanya for allowing them to present this platform to share your word with the world. All praise to the Holy One in Israel.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Brother Cottrell. Thank you. We're humbly honored, Brother Cottrell, and very appreciative of our efforts. Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Well, fellow students, we put out a call for a day of prayer and fasting, beginning sundown today to sundown tomorrow. We didn't ask you to vote. We didn't ask you to wear a plaque and say your life matter. We didn't ask you to plead with your enemies to solve your problems. We've asked each of you to help solve your own problem by virtue of connecting with the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And we didn't ask you to go vote every 2-year cycle, every 4-year cycle. We ask you to tap into your power source. Hallelujah. Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Thank you, Sister Sonia. Thank you, fellow students. I will lead off the studies in the book of Job, chapter 10. Job is continuing from chapter 9, trying to, if he could only make intercession with the Most High. And Brother Cottrell will be studying in the 5th book of Zechariah. And it reads the vision of the flying scroll in reference to our king and high priest. Praise the Most High. And I assure you, I expect Brother Cottrell will break it down for you like you're 4 years old, just like I tried to. And there's no reflection upon your youth. It's just you may be naive in some quarters, not your age. Your naivety in some quarters. Praise the Most High. So if Brother Cottrell is ready, Nasanya is ready, Yam Suf is ready, and if you fellow students are ready, we're ready to proceed. Brother Cottrell, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Nasanya, are you ready? All right.
I'm ready.
Okay. Fellow students, we hope that you're ready. Chapter 10. Job says, I suspect a lot of us feel that way today under this universal captivity. It's called post-traumatic slave syndrome. My soul loathes my life. I would give free course to my complaint. He's feeling so bad about his status, the loss of his children, the loss of his property, his wife turning salty. He's having health problems, a boil from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet. So at this juncture, he said, my soul loathes my life, my human life. And he said, I will give free course to my complaint. I'm going to just let it all hang out, so to speak. I will speak in the bitterness of my soul. And I will say to Yah, do not condemn me. Show me why you contend with. He said, I want to know why I'm in this situation. Why I'm in the situation that I find myself in, the loss of my children, the loss of my property. My wife has turned against me, so to speak. My friends are not real friends, so to speak. And I got these boils from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. I suspect I made a juxtaposition to our universal captivity. I suspect a lot of our brothers and sisters in the state of mind that they have been reduced to by virtue of this universal captivity, that they're feeling beside themselves. And the evidence speaks for itself as far as our young men are concerned, and certainly as far as our young women are concerned, and certainly as far as our adult male and our females, and certainly our children are indicative of that. We all seem to be something flew over the cuckoo nest, so to speak. Why? Because we're not in alignment with the Most High. And when you are not in alignment with the Most High, the evidence speaks for itself. And it's just that simple. You may say, Yamsu, don't ask me. The evidence speaks for itself. Look at us. Look at the mockery that the Most High said we will be reduced to, which I simply say a monstrosity. Why? Because of a lack of connection with the Most High. And Job is trying to connect with the Most High to find out, why is this happening to me? And he says, in verse 3, speaking to Yah, does it seem good to you that you should oppress, that you would despise the work of your hands, that I'm so belittled, I'm so beneath you, Yah, that you would spend so much time on me and smile on the counsel of the wicked. Or simply said, in contemporary terms, you would overlook the counsel of the Elon Musk of the world, the Donald Trumps, and the Vladimir Putin, and so on and so forth. But you would focus your attention all on me. But see, he don't understand the Most High like most of us don't. That's why I always revert back to Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8. Yah says, my ways are not your ways, my thought. I don't think like y'all. I run things. And I have a great big picture on how I'm going to. I don't need Yum Suf's opinion. I just need Yum Suf to follow orders. I don't need Cottrell's opinion. I need Cottrell to follow orders. I don't need Nesanya to question me. So humble yourselves, basically. And smile on the counsel of the wicked. In verse 4. And he tried to tell you, are you looking at this from a humanistic point of view, from a human point of view? When he makes this statement, do you have eyes of flesh? Or do you see as men see? No, we don't. Are your days like the days of a mortal man? No, it isn't. Are your years like the days of a mighty man? No, it isn't. In verse 6, that you should seek for my iniquity? No, you got it twisted. A lot of us got it twisted. When we go into traumatizing situation, we try to make it all about us. It didn't ask the question, y'all, you looking at me like from a human perspective? No, y'all's not looking at you from a human perspective because he's not human. So the question is futile. And in verse 6, that you should seek my iniquity and search out my sin? Simply say, are you wasting all this time on me when the Elon Musk and the Donald Trumps on the world are doing all the kind of dirt they want to do? And he says, verse 7, although you know that I am not wicked, you know that I'm like Elon Musk or Donald Trump and so on and so forth, so to speak. And there is no one who can deliver from your hand. That's in the case of Donald Trump and Elon Musk. They can't be delivered from Yah, and certainly we can't either. So, Job, you're looking at it from a different perspective. You're looking at it from a human perspective. Yah is not human. He's the creator, not the created. And in verse 8, he says to Yah, your hands, he made this knowledge, have made me and fashioned me. An intricate unity. Aren't we intricate? Cottrell made reference to that. A little sperm goes through the channels of his mother and make it by himself. This one sperm. And travel up his mother's fallopian tubes. I guess I'm not a woman, so I would know all the details. But I goes up her channel, up into her uterus, and attached to her ovaries, and produce such an intricate, detailed individual. Bones, muscles, brains, hearts, livers, so on and so forth. And to be produced in your mother. And he makes acknowledgement to it. We're so intricately made. One sperm makes it out of all those billion sperms. And that's got to be a special individual in itself to survive that. To detach his mother's ovary and to produce what Job acknowledged, something intricate and unique in itself, a human. But he said, yet you would destroy me. You made me this intricate, detailed individual. Yet you would destroy me. In verse 9, he said, remember, I pray that you have made me like clay. I acknowledge that, Yah. You made me like clay. You, not Elon Musk or Donald Trump. And will you turn me into dust again? Yes, he will, you. Yes, he will. No matter how intricately you're made, no matter what Elon Musk or Donald Trump you are, you're created by the Most High. You're going to go back to it. Verse 10, did you not pour me out like milk and curdle me like cheese. He acknowledges the intricacy. Clothe me with skin and flesh. It knit me together with bones and sinew. Your mama didn't do that. Your mama's just the oven, so to speak. The Most High knitted you all together. Yes, your mother had the facilities to help ensure that you survived. But it's the Most High. I said, I knew you before your mother knew you. And so while you were resting in the womb of your mother, your Most High created you. He knitted you together. He put your flesh upon you. Your mother was just an incubator, but the Most High fashioned all of us. He said in verse 3, you granted me life and favor, and your care has preserved my life. Hallelujah. In verse 13, and these things you have hidden in your heart. I know that this was you. All of us should acknowledge that. No, your doctor didn't make you. Your nurse didn't make you who delivered you. Universal white race supremacy didn't make you, and it can't break you. The Most High can. Elon Musk didn't make you. He can't break you. Donald Trump didn't make you. He can't break you. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov fashioned all of us. Praise the Most High. And Job acknowledges, I know this was with you. And he says to Yah, being introspective, if I sin, then you mark me. He didn't say anybody else mark me. He said, you mark me. And will not acquit me of my iniquity. You do. That's you. That's you, y'all. There ain't nobody else. There ain't Elon Musk or Donald Trump or any, your mother, friend, or anybody else. It's on you. It's incumbent upon you. And he says to y'all, if I'm wicked, woe to me. I'm outside the scope of things. Even if I am righteous, Job says, I cannot lift up my head. See, a lot of you self-righteous brothers and sisters out there, you need to humble yourself. And you know why you need to humble yourselves? Yah said, Job is a righteous man. And Job saying, my own fertility of righteousness is not enough to lift my head before you. That's humility. A righteous man displays humility. And Job said, I'm full of disgrace. He says to Yah, see my misery. If my head is because I'm lifted up with pride, you hunt me like a fierce lion. And again, you show yourself awesome against me, with restraint. In verse 17, you renew your witnesses against me, and increase your indignation toward me. Changes and war are ever with me as a result of you, Yah. He said, I'm not worried about the Elon Musk of the world, the Donald Trumps of the world. My focus is on you, as we all should be. The person that fashioned us from the very beginning. Yah said, I knew you before your mother knew you. I'm the one that fashioned you. Before there's a lot of who you subscribe to Elon Musk or Donald Trump, y'all worried about the wrong thing. Truth be told. Be like Job in this respect. He acknowledged who he should submit himself to, who he should humble himself to, who he should rely on, as we all should. And in verse 18, Job says, why then have you brought me out of the womb? See, the Most High, your mother that's provided the space. The Most High facilitates you coming out of her womb. And no knock on mamas. We need to hand the rock to cradles. No doubt. I love my mama, and I hope you love your mother. And you show it. Honor your mother and your father. Now, all mamas and daddies are questionable, but still all love them. Truth be told. Oh, Job says that I had perished and no eye has seen me. He's saying, from a humanistic point of view, from his own perspective, I wish that I had perished in the very beginning, coming from my mother's womb, and no eye had seen me. I was stillborn. And that's rather presumptuous of Job. Like a lot of us are rather presumptuous when we try to do y'all's business instead of our own business. Y'all has given us instructions. We can't follow those. We ought to learn how to follow instructions instead of deciding what's in the best interest of humanity. In verse 19, Job says, I would have been as though I had not been. I would have been carried from the room to the grave. He was that'd been pleasing to me, given the set of circumstances I find myself in. I know I hadn't did anything wrong to nobody. And I know there's an Elon Musk and the Donald Trumps of the world. And you ain't focused. You don't appear to be focused on them. And my children dead. My wife acting a little salty. My so-called friends really ain't friendly. My fox is stolen. I got health issues from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. What is all good for? Job is saying, I wish I'd been dead. And I suspect a lot of us are feeling that very same way in this universal captivity. But hold on. As Job will find out, you will find out. Help is on the way. Yah says in Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8, my ways ain't your ways. I don't think like you think. I do things what Yah is implying, suggesting, and inferring my way. I don't need Yum Suf to tell me how to do it, when to do it, where to do it. I do it when I want it, how I want it, when I want it. And it's just that simple. But I've left instructions for you to do. You need to learn how to follow those. That's what got us in this universal captivity. Our ancients not following instructions. Now some of us have the audacity, just woken up in captivity and lost their mind and got all kind of solution for the Most High. Our ancients make that mistakes. We shouldn't continue to make those mistakes. We should learn from our ancient by virtue of these studies. Praise the Most High. And in verse 20, Job made reference to the futility of human life. A lot of my days few. I'm here today and going tomorrow, so to speak. I'm just a vapor. And he says to y'all, cease, stop, leave me alone, that I may take a little comfort. I don't need this continued traumatization, just like we're continued traumatized from the cradle to the grave in every aspect of our lives in universal captivity. I can feel what Job is saying. And if you look at your own lives, you can feel what Job is saying. A lot of us say, hey, Yum Suf, I'm free. I'm free. Free to do what? Free to starve? Free to have your Medicaid taken away from you? Free to have your food stamp taken away from you? Free to have guns placed in your community where you kill one another? Free to have drugs placed in your community where you sell it to one another? Free to whore at your daughters? Free to gay at your sons? That's what you're free to do? Okay. All righty. If that's what you call freedom, where you have no aspect and control over any component of your life, health, education, food sources, and so on and so forth. Oh, you're free for that. Okay. That's what you call freedom? Well, see, that's a product, a byproduct of being born into captivity, universal captivity. It's just an illusion. They tell you you're free, but you try to do outside something, the scope of what they don't want you to do. You'll find out your freedom is quite limited. But with Yah, there is true freedom. Because with true freedom, you're under the auspices and control of the Most High. Your king is in act. Your high priest is in play. The prince of each tribe is in play. But you're still consulted by your elders as you're being consulted by your elders now on a Real Talk for Real People study show. See, that's true freedom in your own land, where you're not socially engineered and conditioned to hate anything that remotely looks like you and kill it, mistreat it, abuse it, then write a rap song about it and make some money. No, that's not freedom. That's going down the rabbit's hole. With the Most High, there is true freedom. And there's comfort in the Most High. Not every 2 years, not every 4 years, with an expectation. Not wearing placards on your shirts talking about I'm a man. Not in some so-called group talking about Black Lives Matter. but submitting yourself before the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and reconnecting with him and reconnecting with your brothers and sisters and learn to love them as you love yourselves. By virtue, that will compel you to gather yourselves together. And you certainly need to, by the looks of it, because Donald Trump and Elon Musk, they got something for you. By the looks of it, it ain't pretty. Praise the Most High. And I hope they enact it real quick. You know why I hope they enact what they're going to do to you real quick? So that will compel us to gather ourselves together. That will compel us to turn to the Most High. That will compel us to pray for our ancient ones, pray for ourselves, and learn to do something good for ourselves by virtue of taking care of our widow women, our orphan, and taking care of the needy among us, and simply learn to do good because we are a monstrosity and a mockery. Because we're scattered all out. I'm talking about scattered-brained, scattered relationships, everything's scattered. But we should be gathering ourselves together under the auspices and control and mandate of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and praise and bless his holy name. Thus we can get some real relief and comfort, like Job alluded to. In verse 21, Job says, before I go to the other place from which I shall not return, Sheol, or the Abraham's bosom, one of the two. And he says, he describes this place. A lot of y'all think y'all gonna skip to the loop up into heaven. That's what you've been told. But this is a different component from a righteous man. He describes what this place looked like. To the land of darkness and the shadow of death. A land as dark as darkness itself. As a shadow of death. Without any order. Where even the light is like darkness. No, it won't be no skip to Lou on no gold bricks. Like you've been socially engineered and are conditioned to believe. Job said the place of death is a different place. It's a place of darkness. It's not Sheol per se. But there's no going there and coming back. But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. The Most High said he will raise those dry bones. The Most High says he will restore our soul for his name's sake. The Most High will restore King David. That's in the same he will restore Job from the melancholy and the pensive way he's feeling at this moment. And he's describing to you what that place looked like. And that's not a place neither one of us want to be. That's why it's incumbent upon us, brothers and our sisters, to connect with the Most High. Turn away from your idolatry. Confess your iniquity before the Most High. Pray for our ancient ones. Gather yourselves together. Do good by our widow women. Do good by orphans. Do good by people in need. And simply say it. Learn to do good. Because when it's over, it's over. Unless the Most High restore your soul for his name's sake, or you go to that other place, Sheol. And Job is alluding to the fact, a lot of y'all think, I'm going to heaven. I'm going to heaven. Who told you that? Job is a righteous. I stand more on what Job says. Because y'all said Job is a righteous man than what some of you so-called people are telling these people here. You're socially engineering and conditioning these people to believe in some fantasy. Well, Job is describing what this place looked like. And I bank more on him because y'all said Job is a righteous man. And he has some perspective. But that's not the end, as I said and made reference to. If you connect with Yah, you humble yourself with Yah, you learn to love the Most High with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and your brothers and sisters as yourselves. There's a chance of restoration, resurrection through the Most High. On earth, not in heaven, on earth. And I say, it's a bleak place, isn't it? Where Job is making this. I'd rather go there than be like I am. And certainly I kind of feel Job on that. Whatever universal white race supremacy got me in this captivity, I'm something like Job in that perspective. I'm ready to go. If that's all what they got for me in 68 damn years, I don't want any more. Waiting on every 2 years, waiting on every 4 years, wearing placards talking about your lives matter. In trepidation that them taking your food stamp, your social security, and so on and everything, in control of every aspect of the component of your life. I'm ready to go. I'm like Job on that. Because I'd rather be home under the auspices and control of the Most High, under control of our King, under control of our High Priest, spiritual component, control of our Prince of each tribe, and the concentration of the elders, because I know what structure look like. I know what a national structure look like. It's not begging your enemies for everything and every aspect of the components of your life. This ain't living. This is existing. This is not freedom. This is a mockery and a monstrosity that produces what we see produced in our communities worldwide. I feel Job on that one. But I trust in the Most High. As Job would trust in the Most High. There's a different outcome. And we trust in the Most High. There's a different outcome. And we humble ourselves before the Most High. There's a different outcome. And we love the Most High with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength. And our brothers and sisters, as I said, there's a different outcome. Because what we got going on is not by force of the Most High. It's by choice of us. It's by choice of our ancients. So we need to course correct. We need to do the right thing according to the Most High manner. You don't need to vote. You don't need to march. You don't need to protest. You don't need to wear placards talking about your lives matter. I tell you, they know they matter, but it doesn't matter to them. But it does matter to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Praise and bless the Most High. That being said, that concludes my studies for the night in the book of Job. So I would ask my Isha Nasanya, does she have any comments in her commentary?
No comments or commentary. Thank you.
Thank you, Nasanya. Brother Cartriel, do you have any comments on her commentaries?
No, sir. Not at all.
Thank you, brother. Well, fellow students, Brother Cartriel is about to proceed to the last segment of study for the night. The book of Zechariah, chapter 5, speaking in reference to our king and the high priest, vision of the flying scroll. Praise God. Brother Cartriel, you have the mic.
All praise to the Holy One of Yisrael. Here for our great prophet, the prophet Zechariah. Yah remembers. And this chapter is not about the king and the priest, Shamsu.
Okay.
It's about wickedness, and we'll find out.
Okay. I stand corrected, Brother Cartriel.
So we know that the prophet Zechariah is being guided by an angel, kind of like the prophet Yechezkel, Ezekiel, in the same manner. This angel is showing him a vision of the future. And he says, again, I looked up and beheld a flying scroll. The angel said to me, what do you see? And I answered, I see a flying scroll. It was 20 cubits in length and 10 cubits in width. They calculate that to be 15 by 30 feet, which is pretty big. Then he said to me, this is the curse that goes forth over the entire earth. So the scroll was a curse. According to the writing on one side, every thief will be swept away. And according to the writing on the other side, everyone who commits perjury in my name will be banished. So these scrolls are judgment that are going out in the earth for the wicked. I have set it forth, says Yah of hosts, and it will enter into the house of the thief and the house of anyone who commits perjury in my name. So we got Israelites waking up. They finding out who they are. And they may be taking Yah's name in vain. And Yah's not playing with that. It will lodge inside such a house and consume it, both timber and stone. Then the angel who was speaking to me came forward and said, raise your eyes and see what this is that is coming forth. I asked, what is it? The angel replied, this is a bushel basket coming forth. And he added, this is their guilt throughout the land. He's talking about the guilt of mankind, every nation under the heavens. Then a laden cover was lifted up, and there was a woman sitting inside the bushel basket. This is wickedness, the angel said. He immediately pushed her back into the basket and pressed the leaden cover into the opening. Then I raised my eyes and beheld two women coming forward with the wind in their wings, which were like those of a stork. As they lifted up the bushel basket into the air, I asked the angel who had been conversing with me, where are they taking the bushel basket? He replied, to the land of Shinar. And we know that Shinar is part of Babylon. And we know that Babylon is that one statue that represents the four empires, the four kingdoms, that represents the order that's in the world right now. To build a house for it. When the house is completed, they will set down the bushel basket on a pedestal designed for it, meaning it's being set up for the day of Yah, the day of judgment, when Yah makes his judgment, the final judgment on his creation, on the nations, and executes his plan to deliver his people from where we've been scattered. All praise to the Holy One of Yisrael. Hallelujah.
All praise. And certainly the evidence in that regard speaks for itself, Brother Cottrell. Those angels took this bushel with this wickedness in it and set it in this Western hemisphere. And unfortunately, Brother Cottrell, some of us love it. And they subscribe to it. And unfortunately, for some of us, we hate it. Hate every aspect, component of it. And because we humble ourselves before the Most High. Yes, those angels took her, this wickedness, this basket full of wickedness, and set it central in the confines of the fourth kingdom. Universal white race supremacy. And the evidence speaks for itself. I have to say no more in that regard. Praise the Most High. Thank you, Brother Cottrell. And I duly stand corrected. Well, Brother Cottrell, Sister Nasanya, do you have any comments in our commentaries in regards to what Brother Cottrell shared with us today?
Yes, I have a question. So female angels exist?
Absolutely. They have wings like a stork, didn't they?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I never knew that. That's something that I learned today. That was wow. Okay.
Praise Yah. Praise Yah. Stick with him. He'll teach you something. Praise the Most High. Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Thank you, Nasanya, for asking that poignant question. And I think not only you, Sister Nasanya, need to know, everybody needs to know everything that the Most High shares with us. Praise the Most High.
Can I ask one more question?
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. One more question. Okay. Why was a woman described as wickedness?
Why is a woman described as wisdom?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think about this. Think about this, Sonia.
Okay.
Wisdom is right. Wisdom is described as a female, and on the other extreme, wickedness is described as a female. There's no knock on women. It's just the description Yah chooses to use. So I will submit to him. He chose wisdom as a female entity and understanding, and he chose wickedness as the entity. So I what can we say, Nasanya?
I don't look at it as a knock. I kind of it's deep to me. That's like deep to me. So
it is deep. Nasanya, you ain't lying, sister. It's deep. Praise the Most High.
All praises. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sister Nasaya. Brother Cottrell.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead, Brother Cottrell. Go ahead, brother.
In creation, everything is masculine and feminine, right? Everything in creation is masculine and feminine. So why wouldn't there be Melokim or angels, Melokim, that had feminine properties? And the fact that wickedness is described as a female in a basket, that does say a lot.
Yes, it speaks volumes.
And the two angels that carried her out show that they oppose what, I guess, the wicked forces that are out there.
Exactly.
But that's the spiritual realm we don't see.
Exactly. Praise the Most High, Brother Cottrell, and thank you. Thank you, Nasanya. Fellow students, thank you. Now that concludes our studies for the night, but it shouldn't conclude your studies. These studies for you should be ongoing. When you're not with us in these studies, they should be constant with you all the time. You should meditate on the word of the Elohim all the time. Trust in the word of Yah. Rely on the word of Yah. Lean on the word of Yah. Love the word of Yah. Let the Most High word be your footstep, your pathways, basically. Well, Nasanya have done a great job at being an administrator of the show. Daughter of Zion, not the woman in the basket, not a woman in the basket, but a woman that, like those angels, the female entity, the daughter of Zion. She's done her due diligence and moral responsibilities as a product of this nation. Brother Cottrell and I, as elders of this nation, those that the king sought counsel from, the prince sought counsel from, the nation, before there were king or princes or high priests, sought counsel from. We've done our due diligence and moral obligation as elders. Let us provide the truth for our people by virtue of the Most High word. We've been duty-bound and morally obligated to do no less in this regard. We've humbly done it. Now it's incumbent upon each of you to do something for yourselves, which is, as I mentioned, aforementioned, as far as the Most High word is concerned. Because the Most High word is going to work in spite of, or regardless of any one of us, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, so on and so forth. But it worked much better for you individually if you utilize it, you work it, you exercise it, you activate it. The Most High word in your individual regard works for you individually if you work it. It's just that simple. Put it into action. Praise the Most High and bless his holy name. I will ask Nasanya to say her shaloms and good night. And I ask my friend to close us out, Brother Cottrell. Nasanya, will you say your shaloms and good night?
Shalom and good night. Everybody have a safe weekend.
Thank you, Nasanya. Brother Cottrell, will you say your shaloms and good night and close us out, please? Thank you.
Shalom, shalom, family. And may the words of our mouth and the meditations of our heart be acceptable before Yah, our Creator, our King. And may He watch between us while we're absent one from another. All praise.
All praise.
Oh, oh. Somebody calling my name. I went down to see. Heard a little small voice calling down at me. How you know my name? Why you calling me? I don't know what to say. They said this was meant to be. Wasn't calling out my name, calling me today. How can I break it down? I didn't know what to say. Wasn't calling out my name, calling near and far. Tell me what you want. They said let me in your heart, let me in your heart. Let wisdom in your heart. Let me in your heart. Let wisdom in your heart.
put forth her voice in the top of high places by the way, where the paths met, she stands. Beside the gates at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors, she cries aloud, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. O ye thoughtless, understand prudence, and ye fools, be here in understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. What could I do? Wisdom calling me over here, over there. Seems like everywhere. In your heart, in the night, in your heart, in the darkness, in the night, I just can't do without it. Of old, I was set up from everlasting from the beginning, or ever the earth was. The fear of Yah, the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the All-Holy is understanding. But by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. That's all that's been on. Now therefore, ye children, hearken unto me. For happy are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction, and be wise, and refuse it not. Happy is the man that hearkeneth to me. Watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and obtaineth favor of Yah. But he that misseth me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Love death. Love death.